it's a good thing to respect that vehicle does in fact have some square wheels, some circular wheels, some oblong wheels, but they keep on turning, and for that we have to appreciate.
All right, so we are seeing a band swap out there, so it will be, of course, we saw it in our earlier series, the support, the roamer that likes to go in, swoop in, get back to safety.
And you'll notice that the bands are different this time around, so some of those weirdy bands,
yeah, the
don't worry about those.
Yeah, not too sure why the Wukong was banned. I don't know if that was just maybe someone's UI just didn't match up or something, who knows, but we'll get ourselves...
You push the one ban, it bans the other hero, and you're like, okay,
I'm just like,
odd.
I'm trying to ban Moon Mage, and I somehow banned Monkey. Huh?
Still some new bans coming out, though, at least not ones that we're used to seeing.
This is the first time we're going to see, at least for us, is Yukio actually being banned and not picked. So the 100% pick now turns into 100% pick or ban on our feed here for our series. And from what I'm hearing, it's pretty much the go-to pick no matter what from all these squads. Birdman, though, is going to be joining us still. Yeah,
we're just always going to have that. It's going to be a permanent fixture of our games, probably for the rest of the tournament. I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
Yeah, I'm shocked actually, because it's usually always banned. Oh, I like this from AS Soberg. Wants to go with the stealth once more on the support pickup there, which is, I thought it worked out pretty nicely. We saw it a couple times actually.
And QPZ, I really love, this is the first time we were getting a chance to see QPZ, so their player names are actually fantastic. Four of what? Just four, I don't know. Yeah, and then I'm going to say that the next player's name is Tangent, but the E and the N aren't there.
Yeah, so
it could always be Tang T. But as somebody with way too many math degrees, I'm just going to choose to interpret that as Tangent. And then God, I think it's very self-explanatory. But when you name yourself a name like Best, First, Last, God, you got a lot to live up to, for sure.
I'm interested to see, so we might see our Moon Mage getting locked in. We've been cycling through a bunch of picks here on the side of QPZ. They've been taking their sweet time, but it looks like they're going to go ahead, lock in the Brawl front line as well, and also get them the DPS from the Mage.
All right, well, this is going to lead us to QQ, who will have the opportunity to last pick before the next round of bans. So this is where you either lock in a pick that won't telegraph anything because you don't want to tell your opponent what to ban or give them a hint, or you lock in a pick that will telegraph something, but you gotta have it in case it gets banned because it's so crucial for your lineup.
Let's see here, still 30 seconds on the pick. These teams are being methodical with their pick and ban. They're wanting to be sure of exactly what they wish to lock in. Even though they've been playing so many games already so far today, this is going to be like their 5th best of 3. Oh, there we go. We're going to see the Mai getting locked in.
Okay. I mean, Mai and her sister KOF player, what is it? Nakaruru, yeah. Or Nakalulu, depending on...
Yeah.
Well, I mean, one's Japanese, one's Chinese.
Just call it Lulu.
Yeah, that's actually a fantastic way to look at it. So let's see, our next round of bans coming through.
So we're seeing a support being targeted toward here. So yeah, QPZ, they haven't really locked in what they want for support. They already banned one too, so maybe limiting some of the potential pool that they'd be looking at. There's still, you know, you could go Pig if you wanted to, if you want something that just roams and tries to cause mayhem during the
I mean, that would actually not be a bad ban either. We were talking a little bit over our lunch break with some of the other...
the Chinese casters?
Yeah, Arena Valor players and casters, they were saying that
wow,
the Pig is a high priority picker ban.
Partially in competitive, and we're seeing, again, another one here, so no resurrections on the side of QBZ as they won't be able to lock in.
Absolutely. No minions or mechs allowed, so nothing along those lines available. I actually definitely agree with like maybe a pig ban here went out from QPZ. So that was actually really essential for AS in that last game.
Well, AS, we'll see whether or not they decide to play it. We got that support, but we'll see here. It was very powerful, and oh no. Are we going to have the crazy, murderous Santa Claus come back out?
I mean, to be honest, Santa popped off.
Oh,
let's not get it twisted. He was very, very good, and we're going to see a little bit more of that from Yun Lo.
Yeah.
Or maybe not from him, but you know, from his team.
From his team, depending on who they want to go ahead and actually have that being played out here, of course.
There is that pig being thought about.
Do it. take the pig.
I think it's actually very important to take that away.
Have so much frontline with this, so they went with this combo as well. Because you already have, again, the Superman right there, too. That would end up just being a frontline brawler, and you'd be really relying on your mage here to be a consistent DPS threat. Because, again, if you're going to go for the Assassin Bird style of play, where you just jump in to try and kill one of the squishy members on the side of AS and then get out, well, that's just all the burst in the world, but you need some DPS to try and cut through maybe some of the healing that might come out.
Yeah, for sure. I guess that would also help. You could also get like some Grievous wounds, but I'm not sure about that. Okay.
Wow.
I mean, there's Lulu locked in for the last pick. I definitely did not expect that, but once again, this is the same combo of SNK characters that we had from AS in their second game of the last series. So nice to see them going with 4 out of the 5 same characters.
Yeah, especially because you're now going to have 2 members that are just going to jump into that back line, especially there, because ZZ is going to just try and get in there with the Hawk, and QQ is also going to try and jump in with that, you know, uppercut you see as well. So I don't know. AS, this is very much a dive style of team, and then you're also going to have a very strong split lane coming out from the Lao Zavuzi. And yeah, I'm with you, cameraman. It's going to be an exciting one there. Head nodding.
I can't agree more. I like that our camera guy's getting in on this one, but I think you got to be excited seeing more of AS. They look certainly very promising and what was a very dominating victory in our previous game, and you know, as we draw further and further on, I really do think we are going to see more of why our top teams are our top teams. So should be exciting to watch.
Now we'll have to see here. Of course, loading on in. It is game 1 of our 5th best of 3 for tonight. We'll see whether or not AS can establish themselves toward the top tier of the pack and try and take away that second place spot that's still potentially up for grabs.
There's still a lot on the line here. Now, for AB, I'm used to him being, you know, the big pig, but now he is the crazy Santa Claus. So a lot to get used to. Does Yunlo really want to just like fight this out?
He's trying.
Mano a mano. I mean, let's watch 4 as well. Even though he is playing the Superman horse. Look at that! Oh, the combo! And that's going to lead to first blood. It is Superman, aka Guan Yu. Pick it up.
But it's going to be response immediately, and the tower is going to help out too. That response in 2 kills. Sure, it's a small gold lead, but 2 kills going on over to AS.
Wow. Well, I mean, that's all fine and dandy, but it's all about how quickly you can recover from that early fight and get in lane, because all while you're fighting and then dying, you're missing out on that lane XP and gold, which could be really, really crucial.
Let's see PP down here, just bouncing around on the pig. Already trying to get a little bit of poke. I guess you could say it's not really poke when you just try and throw yourself onto the enemy champion.
Yeah, I mean,
it's more like just
you're poking with your body.
There we go. Yeah. That's the better way.
Melee poke. That's what we like to call it.
Melee poke.
Yeah.
That's what you like to call. Oh, wow. I don't. But that doesn't make sense. It's poke is like
but it does.
Far away.
Yeah, but melee's up close.
Yes, but
it's about the level of commitment. Okay.
The level of committed poke. That's what
right.
it is.
That's
perfect.
Right.
Oh boy.
I love this back and forth. PP actually is not there to do anything.
No, he's just there to clear waves.
Yeah, he's there to clear waves and just be a big, I would say beefy beef cake, but he's actually more of like a porky pork cake. If you want to look at it that way.
I don't know. You know, it's like pork cutlets or.
Yeah, except they're not made in a.
Have you ever had pork pot pie?
Yeah. I'd say chicken pot pie is probably a little bit more popular.
I think it's a little more popular too. There's also beef pot pie. There's also just meat and general pie. It's great.
You ever had pigeon pie?
Oh, that's what are you doing? I'm sorry. I have my limit.
I mean, it's not actually pigeon, but it's a Scottish joke.
Wow.
For the most part, yeah. Lots of pies out there, and hopefully none involving pigs in this one.
Well, ends up going in favor. I think that's Xi'an actually getting away with the red buff there. So
yeah,
that
taking it away.
Not successful for QPZ. 3 members top.
Guan Yu tried to fear AB away from the turret, but didn't actually get it off there. So, so narrowly missed there.
Looking at that quick skirmish early on. We'll go with Tang. He's going for a nice little fly through the jungle, and as you can see here, can just go directly camp to camp over the wall, and even actually stay within the wall in that form and be in melee.
Wow, how does it work? Nobody knows. Looking for the leap on in.
Oh!
Your strike is just barely enough to pick up the kill. That was a lot to commit for just one kill. If they overstay, it's definitely not worth it, but they just barely make it out in time. And actually, a
little bit of knockup there,
low.
But I think they'll just be fine. QQ's also coming near down, so this is AS trying to position pretty aggressively to see if they can catch out this jungle. It's the battle of the birds.
The battle of the birds. I love it. I mean,
one is actually a bird, one is a bird man.
That's true. That's true. I gotta say, I think Tang P tangent is definitely way up there.
Well, yeah, actually way up there.
Okay, okay, yeah. all right. Cool it with the puns. We have to dole them out liberally, or conservatively. Yeah, opposite.
Oh, that makes such just a satisfying noise.
It does. I would love to hear that as like a music box or a wind chime
or like,
or something.
Yeah, wind chime. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
See, Young Low actually going to try and do this. It's going to turn into a 2v3.
Yeah, below half, and he's going to walk forward and go down, up, and then down again by the looks of it.
Boom, there it is.
Out of there. Okay. It's a nice skill resulting in the 4th takedown for AS. So off to a nice start, but still the gold count almost identically even.
Yeah, 4 kills, but the lone Drake toward the bot side for QPZ has been enough to make up for that. So, and we see AB going on his merry way.
But still, you can tell the focus is pretty mirrored. Both teams having players they need bottom, then mid, and then top, and all the way back down there again. And you can see once again, like you were talking about, PB doesn't have a big job down there, but he definitely did not see the MIAs out there on the map.
On top of that too, he brought 4 members down toward the bot side. You could possibly look for this epic, but it doesn't look like AS are really wanting to commit to it just yet. So.
Well, that's the big thing. It's like Guan Yu couldn't do it by himself, and the assistance just like wasn't there. So we'll have to keep an eye on this God coming up there. I actually thought they were going to go in for the gank there. But okay, beautifully done. See, I thought that they were going to come in for the gank, but God actually knew that there was the potential for him to turn it around with that big ultimate, and so he baited it out and then backed off immediately. Lanren, he's out of there, and Tang is soon to fall, but flies away just in the nick of time. A beautiful pickoff. 6th kill for AS.
Not looking too good here. Like we mentioned, they were able to keep the gold pretty even, but now with that Drake secured, it's now 1,000 gold lead ahead for the side of AS because of these 5 extra kills. And with members up here toward the top side, they should be able to take this tower as well, and that'll be the 2nd one of the game. And they're also picking up kills in other sides.
This is starting to snowball a little bit. I was just talking about how QPZ were actually on par with gold. Now all of a sudden, 2K difference, 6 kill difference, 2 tower difference.
That was actually this is the issue when you're dealing with 4. You can't run away sometimes. AB he gets a little bit of breath as 4 will let him walk away with his life. He's getting pushed into the
stealth
tower.
Is pretty good, but you can see the immediate realization, the recognition there by Lanren. There was some missing heroes out on the map.
You see QQ just going to go ahead, clear out the mid wave, and then continue to go roam back into the jungles to try and find members. We do see Young Lo trying to go toe-to-toe for this red buff. It will be secured, though, by the jungle of QPZ.
Yeah. That was just a really good smite to claim that. I think the biggest thing to watch out for is PP is starting to fall behind in that solo lane matchup. And anytime you're playing DS lane, you have to watch out. Obviously, it's swapped for now, and that's just something you encounter in pro play, but he can't hold his own anymore. Wow! Getting erased, but the turnaround, look at the
no,
dunk.
PP, he messed up. He ended up putting his ult, and he separated himself from the fight. Now 4 has nowhere really to run, and that is disaster for QPZ. That's a triple kill, I believe, now for AZ.
I thought it looked so good to start that out. QPZ, I was like, wow, did they just make the best out of a bad situation? The answer is no, they made a bad situation even worse.
Yeah, hung low on the Lubu, now 5-0-1. Oh, this is a bit disgusting. We also got some more items being finished in. The Endbringer's now going to be completed there for AB. PP, though, he's going to try and CC. The turret's going to help him out, and the wall isn't able to keep them in range. But they do trade back one.
Man, QQ tanked that last turret shot. I thought it was going to kill him. It's like, nope, not enough. So, wow, a beautiful, beautiful game here by AS. And I really don't see too many flaws in their play. They're playing patiently when they need to. And aside from getting baited a couple of times in there, I just don't see anything being able to stop them. I would maybe say the one possibility is that 4 on the Horseman there might be able to use Guan Yu to get just such a hard engage that the follow-up would be strong enough, but I just think they might be too far behind for any engage to really be something they feel comfortable going with.
But this for QPZ, they're able to go ahead and pick up this epic toward the bot side, and again, the gold isn't as big as it probably should be in your mind. You say 3 to 10, maybe that should be a 1,500 gold lead, but they're able to keep it close, and they're going to go on in. The double knockup now is there, and they're going to contain them. PB, he's got his wall down. There is the Horseman you were talking about earlier, able to knock them back, and they get 1 kill. Are they able to turn it around on side of AS? It doesn't look like it.
Right, well, so one of the big problems there was to claim that objective, to take down the dragon on the bottom side. They sacrificed all the golden experience from every single lane, whereas AS were sitting in the lanes getting all of that, and sure, they missed out on taking that neutral objective, that epic, but in the end, they actually might have gotten a little bit more for it. I'm not sure if that math totally works out. I could be wrong there, but at least that's some of my thoughts on, maybe what they might have traded as an opportunity cost.
That's the ultimate actually used by PP right away, just looking for a quick disengage. We do see Tyrant is up and available toward the top side of the map. It's 4-11 at 10 minutes here for AS.
Where's Sober off to? He's being so sneaky. He's trying to stealth everywhere. I think he was trying to pick up Guan Yu there for a second, but that guy's got 2 escapes.
On top of that, too, it's Sober. He's on the support.
Yeah,
he's not going to do a whole lot.
Also, well, I mean, he actually does have the ability to maybe start a fight by with the initial CC, but oftentimes you're right. That's not really his job. Okay, so he's kind of zoning here, and that's actually exactly what I was talking about. He catches PP out while he was trying to come in and maybe get an engage to stop that takedown, but instead they're actually just using this objective as a way to keep baiting QPZ closer.
Tang also did finish off the Endless Blade, so has a bit of crit, so could go for the burst onto one of these carries, but he's caught out!
He is caught out. Tang off to the side. He can't escape. He gets tethered in by the ultimate and taken down. There he goes.
That's going to be AS finding themselves 2 kills. They might be looking for more. It might cost them 1, though, as it's going to be a trade back of 2-1.
Yeah, some little health bars on AS. They stayed in that AoE a little bit too long and wound up taking a little bit more damage than I think they were comfortable with in the end. But, even though they do trade that 1 away, Shizi losing their jungler is not really going to stop them or to put them in a bad spot where they lose objectives.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Tower, though, going to go down here for QVZ. And that
they are up in turrets.
That gives them a gold lead almost. They were tied for gold ahead for a split second. Now AS, they're going to clean up a wave, so they get a little bit back. But God's taking the epic down here. Here's the issue for AS. They're getting kills, but they're not materializing anything off it. They've only gotten 2 towers. They only gotten 1 epic.
I mean, the gold count's back to even, but more importantly, I think it's where the gold is. It's for AS, it's stacked on their carries, and for QPZ, it's spread onto everyone because most of their income has come from getting those Abyssal Dragons.
God is actually starting up the epic here toward the top side. Does AS look to try and respond to this? This is a quick take. I think QVZ get away with this.
What? It's just completely uncontested. I'm so confused as to why they were let have that for free.
It's 5-13, but it feels like QBZ are the ones making decisions in this game.
Yeah, no, that is actually very, I guess, uncharacteristic. To AS's credit, they're not taking fights. They're not totally sure that they can. But it's about a little bit more than that. You do have to be very aware not to give your opponents this way back in the game.
All right, so
AS, what have they done with the last like 2 minutes of this game?
Yeah, it's a bit of a questionable one here for AS. I'm not too sure. Because it feels like, hey, yeah, you gotten some kills. They got 2 or 3 kills at times, and they haven't gotten anything. It don't make sense, Rapid.
That it don't. But we'll see if some sense can be made out of the next rotation. So for QPZ, crucially enough, they are all grouped up around the top side of the map, even though there aren't really any neutral objectives left. I would say maybe buff control, but even those are not really to be contested. AB is just kind of salvaging any little bit that he can out of the jungle.
He's just collecting coal for the bad kids.
That's right. He needs to give it away. He actually has 4 stacks of that saved up, but of course those are going to decay over time, so less presents to give out.
Yeah, and QPZ, they can just go into the jungle, try and take that one away. It doesn't actually, they don't get there in time for the buff. But they are looking to try and set up a trap here, possibly, for AS. But look at this. QP might be caught out. Whoa! There's your tank. There is your massive CC. AS, this is your time to take a fight.
Oh, absolutely. A 5-on-4. The power play is real. And even though there's no major neutral epic objective, you can still just push down a lane. Absolutely doable. And I think that might be what AS are looking to, but they can't overextend.
Or not. I guess AS, they have to deal with the fact that this buff is now just disappearing on QBZ. They had to deal with bot lane as it got pushed in. AS, to go ahead, get themselves their 3rd tower of the game, so nice rotation, but still just even or slightly behind on gold.
Yep, absolutely right. I think that was exactly what they needed to do, start chipping away at some of these tiny leads that QPZ have been able to build up. Now, we're about a minute or a couple minutes away from seeing these neutral objectives come back up, but if they can take a couple more team fights, I think that's been their big strength, then that might be a way to kind of jack up their gold in the meantime.
For Xi'an, he was actually able to finish off the Broken Star Hammer, so that's going to add a little bit of armor penetration, some cooldown reduction as well. So that's going to be nice to now have finished. Would like to see them go for some fights here, though, because honestly, they keep catching out PP. He uses all his abilities and then gets killed.
Yeah.
Or, there could be a flicker play here for PP.
I thought they were
seriously
really going to
commit
to it for the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and just combo everything on in there, but no. They decided to back off again. And man, we are really in a lull in the action, Opal. I don't really know what the right call is to make here, aside from just bide your time.
When they had the buff earlier, they were kind of hoping that their bot lane would push just a little bit more, but no one really went to build up the wave. And AS, they are fine, I guess, just clearing it out. We see that for AB. He's happy soaking up the farm and getting more and more just a bit disgusting to deal with on a 1v1. But I'd like to see something happen from either one of these teams. They're both playing reactive when they shouldn't be. Someone should make a decision here soon. And I don't know who should. One of them. Either one. Somebody make a play.
Well, if you look at the just the sheer crowd control options, I think AS has the higher potential, especially with Yunlo just being so not greedy, but just eager to be the one to start the fight. Oh, she's getting way too caught out, and now AB having to really just run back and forth up against the wall. This is very, very dangerous.
Look at that, though.
Land run very low, though, so
AB.
this actually could be a great way to start things off. Yunlo getting into the back line. Lots of damage done. The AoE is real.
I think it's not going.
AS starting the fight, but actually Shizi's coming right back in.
Coming.
Able to get back in. The savior of the fight, turning it around. Even though it's a 1-for-1, I think a big win for AS. 2-for-1. My bad.
Yeah, in the end, they got 4 kills. Greatly done. Now AS, do something. You have the opportunity to take all these towers in mid lane. I do not want to see a tower standing here in mid. You got an easy push. It's 17.5 minutes. You will melt these towers. Stop focusing the minions. Just take the tower. I swear if they back off from this tower in the base,
they can absolutely get it. It's just God left alive. And what's one tiny moon princess to do? She's going to try to actually stay in there and delay that turret from being taken. Probably a bad idea.
They did at least get 1 kill, but that was a massive knockback, and they find themselves 2 kills on the back. Make it 3, 4,
Is it gonna be 4 getting 4?
Come on, he's looking for it. Hawk, they can't catch him.
She's too fast.
PB's trying.
He really is, but might be a little bit too slow. I was really hoping 4 would get 4, but
you really wanted to use that one.
Yeah, there was so much potential.
Oh no, AS! They stayed too long. I really wanted them to get that tower, but again, it was good stalling coming out from God to actually prevent them from getting that tower so cleanly, and that will be the buff going on over to QPZ, and we enter the cycle again.
Just when you think you've seen it all, back and forth it goes. Well, let me ask you, Opal, who's ahead right now? There's no real answer there. That is definitely a trick question.
I think QPZ is actually ahead now, because now they're going to have double buff, and one of them is going to be enraged, which is a bit nasty to deal with. On top of that, too, it's up to AS. I think it's up to AS to find QPZ making a bad play. If QPZ stick together, just use PB's ultimate to funnel the comp position into a choke point. Perfect. Don't have to worry about a thing. Let your Moon Lady just do all that AoE damage.
The AoE stealth being used. Yes. Incognito, but I can't do anything. So never mind. False alarm.
I am going to quickly do a little bit of a retro I said during one of the drafts because on our translation actually said that he had a teleportation on that stealth. I think it meant to say the teleportation it's meant to be the word for like zone instead.
Okay.
So what ended up happening is I thought he was able to shift members of the team over. It just seems like he's able to conceal them.
That it does.
So, or I could be completely wrong and he's just using it for stealth and he's just literally tapping it right where they are and they're just using it for stealth. That could also happen.
100% they all turn invisible. So whatever translation gives you that.
We'd hope.
Glad we can figure that out. Whoa, 4. A little bit too close for comfort. Face checking into more than he bargained for, but man, this is actually so scary. We're starting to get way up there in those gold counts. 60K. That's going to be almost full build for everyone. I mean, except for support, obviously, but it's close.
QQ also got the cleanse rod, so the golden rod allows you to cleanse away CC and makes it so it's less effective for a short duration of time. So if she can get into the back line, maybe get something happening and then try and escape, they have the tools to. Again, it feels like QVC have control of this game. They just need to do something. Here's the thing, they have control. They just need to utilize that control.
Anytime I see a team that supposedly has control, but the game's not ending, I just question if they do actually have that control. Because if you do have control of the game, you can put something in motion to win it.
I'm actually getting frustrated because they're waiting for the buffs again. And that's not going to be for another 2.5 minutes. That just allows AS to farm up more.
Exactly. If you're in control and you don't use that control to close out the game, then you're ceding that control over time to the enemy team. And this is just going to go from bad to worse here. Maybe looking for a catch on the Yunlo. No.
Looking for it. Minions are going to crack that tower down, though. So good job for QPZ. How much more can they push, though?
Hopefully not much more. I don't want to see them over push here. That's how they wind up losing earlier. They pushed, or that's how AS wound up losing earlier. They over push. Now going for a buff. Looks like nobody going to be there to contest that.
Oh, App might be a little bit caught out here. Has to flash away, but still going to get knocked up there. Has the ultimate down from PP to try and separate the team, but ends up separating the team from the rest of himself. Look at this, though. AS, they're able to find it. There should be a regen right there. The resurrection is down, but it won't be enough. He gets taken down, and AS, they're holding on, but here comes more on the flank, and there it is. Ultimate, but QQ is still somehow doing so much damage. AS aced them. And it's in a triple for the Lubu.
Hello?
What? End the game.
Please respond.
End the game. AS.
That's 30-second death timers for every single member on the enemy team and the ace, which is what that placard just said. Some insane item buys coming through as they rampage through the top lane.
End it, AS,
and
please.
That is going to end this game. Oh my goodness. What a way to go out in style.
I don't know if you call that style. Rapid. That was painful.
Well,
I think for both sides, AS, sure, they get the victory, but man, QBZ,
what a way to go about it.
You got to be shaking your head, because that was a game that you you had you almost lost, and it got given back to you.
Yeah.
And then you just like, I don't want it anymore.
It was very back and forth, electrifying from a spectator standpoint, but from a player standpoint, probably a little bit nerve-wracking. And so you got to think, well, they have to play the next game in the series immediately following. What must be going through their minds after winning a game like that?
You say exciting, you say all that. I think from a coaching perspective, they're going to be frustrated on both sides.
That must be a nightmare to try to look through
He's like, I thought I taught you well. I thought you were the chosen ones. This is why I coach you. And then it just, man. And that was a long one, too. That was like a 23-minute game as well. We're getting up there in
distance. Yeah, I think we had 70K net worth for both teams. Like, that was quite a bit of investment there. And it really all came down to really that final fight where we actually all thought that QPZ was maybe going to, take the lead in that fight. But I want to say, was it Shizi actually started in that fight, not being able to really get into a position to deal very much damage, left and then re-entered and was able to just really drop so many bombs, turning it back around, and then of course I think it was a triple kill there by Lubu at the end. That's a good way to end it.
Yeah, that's
the icing on top.
There was like 2 triple kills actually from Lubu.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They had one earlier in the game. That's
MVP.
That's an MVP.
Is that why he was perhaps first picked this round?
He's always
last
picked.
round?
He's been banned or picked
the round
pretty
before
much
that one.
Almost every game. I think him along with Yukio has been banned. I like the Yukio ban actually coming out here from AS because it's now given some variation to the jungle early on too. So we don't have
That's
just
one way
that.
to put it. Sure.
We just don't have that, easy CC, high burst damage base stats coming out early that you can just target onto one of the squishy members. So everyone's been diving in. I want to say for PP from QPZ on the big, had some brilliant ultimates.
That's true.
Had some really bad ultimates.
Yeah, not so brilliant for the way I would have put it. But
You'll come to learn. Generous. You'll come to learn how brutally honest I am. But
all right,
it's going to be game 2 here as we're in
Let's
the draft.
get brutally honest with game 2. Some things need to change. I would say switching sides is a really interesting choice for AS to make. That means that not only do they get to dictate the first ban, also the first pick. I'm wondering what they're going to go for here. I'd almost guarantee you a Lubu ban.
Yeah, I would like to see it too. I know how I mentioned I think I'm getting too mean. I think it's one of your Korean boys over there, Achilleos, that once reviewed a VOD. He said, "You're being too nice." So I got mean. I got mean because of Seth.
Well, you can definitely blame him for that.
All right, so AS, no Moon Mage coming out this time around. And we're also not going to have that front line that they actually utilized during their game, where you're going to have that charge into that, spectral turtle creature that comes out of the ground too during the ultimate.
I love it. Spectral turtle creature. How much you want to bet this is Bird Bro?
No, it should be Yukio because it hasn't been banned and it's always been first picked. Either first or second rotation from either side.
Well, then this one, QPZ.
Bird Bro?
Or Lubu. I mean,
I think, take the Lubu. Because it did so much during that. Because the Lubu over here is a little bit closer to the Malik back on AoV, so that ultimate, it's shock. Over here, I'm not knowing the exact translation for it, but that big AoE that comes down and you get a big knock-up as well, I think you go for it. In QPZ, they are hovering it, so it wouldn't be out of the question.
Yeah, I mean, Malik, absolutely one of the strongest just heroes in the game. I think you have to kind of just allow that to be a long-standing fact. But yeah, there it is. The Lubu picked up
along with the Guang Song actually coming out here from QVC. So going to have that marksman as well. Marco is up for AS, and he's going to get locked in.
Wow, very, I guess, not surprising, but immediate decision there by Shizi, locking that in. A pick that we thought was a little infamous earlier on, as it did lead to quite some defeats in a row. I think we saw 2 games in a row where Marco Polo did not.
Yeah, I wasn't looking too good. On top of that, too, AS, they've also locked in the front line on this last pick here. That's Zhengfei. Very similar to Kresh, has a transformation, so he kind of turns into, he goes full Winston from Overwatch pretty much on his transformation there, so he's able to play down a big CC pretty much wave in front of him and get so much health and get slow on his auto attacks. For QPZ, do we want to see the mage once again? Wow, we are! Maybe they'll get a little bit more gold than AS did when they played it.
Yeah, he did not get very much.
He had like 700. He had like 7,000 gold at the end of the game, and I don't know how that's possible. It's impressive.
One of life's little mysteries. What are we looking for from our second ban phase, though?
Well,
I'm trying to think what our high priorities might be.
I think you get rid of supports here if you're on the side of QPZ. The support pool is, or you could go mages. Mages are an option. Opt for the split push instead here. So that, I wonder where the Marco's going to go then.
I mean, I'm guessing it would just be something like
It might be just a safety ban too. They might just not want to have to deal with it because that was pretty good coming out from AB. So maybe they just don't want to deal with it in general. Because I would assume the side lane would already be. Oh no, you would run the Zheng with the Marco, I guess.
Yeah, I would say that would be like the abyssal lane.
Yeah.
If you want to kind of think about it that way.
Let's see here. No crazy side lane coming out from AS, the final one. Yeah, no Horseman of the Apocalypse either, as it's going to be banned out here as well. Even 4 saying, you know what, I already got the Lubu.
I mean, the Guan Yu was actually super big for QPZ in that last game. Several fights turned around by his ability to just AoE crowd control over and over again. So I think that's just realizing that they don't want to have to deal with that.
Oh, alright, so AS trying to get rid of one of the assassins here. Just don't want to deal with that. Maybe keep the Marco Polo just a little bit safer during the fight.
Yeah, for sure. Lanren, he actually had, I think, one of the strongest performances on QPZ in that first game, rather. So in the second, what is his choice? Looks like he does have 2 to choose from. I'm not sure if he's just alternating back and forth and then is going to choose something totally different, but it looks like he's got his mind made up.
Oh, wow. So we are going to be seeing that pick come out here. So that's going to be the first time we see it here on our feed. I believe that is going to be... I think that's their tank that they're arming for. I'll have to double check on that one.
All right. Well, in the meantime, we're going to see basically insta-locks to round out the lineup there for AS. So not too many thoughts put into that. And perhaps QPZ going to return the favor by just ending things right here.
See here. Oh, wow. That's also another new pickup here coming out from AS.
Chang Jin, and then to finalize it, the duo. The Puppet Master.
The Puppet Master, yes. Let's see here.
I think it could be.
Be a possibility. I guess, yeah, you'd like a mage for QBZ because they picked up their tank in the last rotation, so that's going to be locked in. And again, extremely high skill cap for God here, so if he can display that skill, hopefully it can pay off.
You might imagine that being a god takes a very high skill cap. So,
you would think.
If you're going to name yourself that, then maybe you should be able to live up to it. We'll see.
We'll have to see here. Going to be likely going up, I think, against QQ in the mid lane. He's going to be going against the Light King himself. That's going to be the first time we're going to be seeing this hero in our broadcast here for the English feed. Again, lots of AoE. And there too, I'm trying to think. The ultimate is, man, which ultimate is it from AoB? I can't remember this and it's making me angry. Either way, you put this ultimate on, you gain some move speed, and you're shooting lasers non-stop at your opponents.
I mean, it feels good if your opponents stay in that laser field, but if they are a little bit... Yeah, but, I mean, you don't get to use mobility spells. You can just move like you're walking around.
But you just get... No, you get movement speed from it, too.
That's true,
so, you know.
But it's not going to make up for, like, dashes or escapes.
It's just to zone them away. It's to tickle them a little and you say, hey, exactly. We're going to go ahead and load on into Game 2. AS looking to take home this series and help them move up into the standings and try and fight for that second slot.
Honestly, if AS win this and the rest of their games, which is absolutely feasible, they have a chance at making, at least contending for that second place spot, which is currently held by KSSC.
Yes, KSSC. We're currently up there. I wonder, we would have to see... The thing is, I think they're relying on KSSC to at least lose at least one series, because I think KSSC owned the tiebreaker. because they did play earlier in the day. KSSC, when we came in the second round, was undefeated.
Ooh, I really love the realization there by Lannerin to say, wait a second, he's a little bit out of position, going in for a really good trade.
Yeah, Lannerin, just hop in the Skittles every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, this is not going to be very impactful. It's kind of rare that you see just lane phase this early on result in any early kills unless somebody just really messes up.
Messes up or makes a ridiculous play or AB.
That's smite, okay.
Says, all right, I want it. I want the information for my team.
Give it to me. Get me out of here. Saber or sober? It's sober, right?
Oh, sober. Wow.
Okay, all right, just checking.
I thought the O had a hello.
Yes, hello. Please respond. Marco.
Well, Marco Polo, because he got the kill.
Oh yeah,
on Tang.
He did get the comeback. So wow, that's actually pretty impressive.
What happened to Tang there?
I definitely did not expect that. That's not a lane that you associate with being.
So here's the thing with QQ, it's a huge zone, and look how much damage he got down. Sure, it's the little bits here and there, but if you stay long enough, he'll do tons of damage. Four gonna jump on in. It goes on over to the side of AS, and they're able to escape. CZ also able to escape. They're going to try and chase down, but here we go. They're going to try and turn it around here.
Four gone too
my
far?
God. God. Whoa. A little too close for comfort.
Oh, four so low, and he's going to have to head back out again.
How did no one from AS die during that?
Did they really escape unscathed there? Oh, Sober going back in. Look at that huge shield.
Boom, boom, boom. He's coming in.
Gigantic in the front lines. Nobody could put up with him. He's going so deep, and he's getting the damage done.
Oh.
1, 2. They're looking for 3 in AB. Can't really fight one-on-one, so PP pushes him back.
PP a fruit ninja? Did I just see that? He just cut watermelon. It doesn't matter, though, because he's trying to go for this 2v1. But overall, AS. All right, 2K gold lead.
Finally.
3 minutes, 3 kills, and the Drake. Good job.
That's right. They're finally starting to stack up a few big, solid wins on top of each other.
Because on top of that, too, they got the kills last game, but did not have a gold lead. This time, all right, you have a bit of a gold lead. Keep pushing it. Keep building that gold lead and keep up the pressure on QPZ because, man, late game for both your squads are just not pretty.
Well, I think the big lesson to learn here is that it's not about the advantages that you get, it's what you do with them. Because we've seen both teams get big advantages. And now finally, AS has one. And so we're about to see what they're going to do with it. They didn't really press the attack too much. Oh no! Yeah, Tang getting caught out there. I think Sober still wants him. He is kind of running away here, but he
got the slow.
I thought they were absolutely guaranteed gonna grab him there. Tangent, get that cupcake or parasol or whatever you want to call it out there.
So, just throwing it to the winds, saying, "I dare you to try and jump on me."
What is it? I'm still trying to figure it out.
It's an umbrella. It's always an umbrella.
Is it?
Or a parasol.
It looked like looked a little flat and spinny there for my taste.
Is it a frisbee? Wait, that'd be an awesome skin. Ultimate frisbee, Guangzhou. Oh.
Okay.
Well, it probably wouldn't work actually.
We'll keep that one in the idea bank and maybe pull it out later if the occasion presents itself. Well, hey, first turret of the game does go down. It's AS's, no surprises there, and it is in the mid lane, if I'm not mistaken.
So 30 seconds here on the Epic 2 for the bot side of the map. On whoa, hello, just jumping in.
Yes, hello, Cheesy way in the back, but look at PP. Drops down dangerously low.
Yeah. He wants to regen a little bit because there is going to be this Epic now coming up in about 5 seconds. And Young Lo is very healthy for this. So this could be another one for AS. And Sober. Alpha moves coming in, stealing away the blue buff.
What a monster. I can't even believe it. And this is right in the face of Abyssal Dragon, which in theory you would want to save your ability to steal something for a bigger objective. Nope, he recognizes blue buff where it's at and he takes it down.
Just going to back off here as they focus back toward the Epic. They want to go ahead and go for this, or possibly for a dive. Oh, they get the slow onto 4 and the stun. The shield is there. That should allow them to crash into the tower, and that's going to be their second one of the game. It's almost now 3,000 gold lead here for AS at 6 minutes.
Yeah, nothing's going to stop them here from taking this Abyssal Dragon. They take it uncontested and are just rotating. They're so crisp and clean. PP might even just die from collateral damage, but they don't want to force a fight and risk giving anything up.
QQ just going to go ahead and zone away the mid lane. 3,000 gold lead. All right. What are you going to do now, AS? Where do you want to try and pressure? I'd really like to try and see them go for this mid lane tower. It's a bit hard because there's a decent amount of wave clear on the side of QPZ, but if they can force a fight, maybe a dive, and they get away with a kill or two, that will be the opening they're looking for.
Yeah, Saber, okay. Wait, what? Or Sober. I keep making the same mistake you did earlier. Sober, wandering around a little bit. Obviously, his defenses are high, but maybe not high enough to just be running around.
Well, that's the thing, God takes on the form of one of your teammates. So you actually just walk by without realizing, wait a sec, I can't see you in that bush. See,
hello?
It's baits. It's just baits like that. And with the zone, they should be able to take another tower.
Wow, how good is that? I mean, you're absolutely right. AS taking this little by bit by bit. At the old time, advantage. Oh, PP so
here we go.
Oh, GZ very low, and it goes down.
Gets taken down here. QPZ still a little bit on the edge. The shield is there for 4. Will prevent him from going on down. Lots of AoE, lots of damage coming out from QQ, but not enough to finish off any kills. So that will be the first kill in response by QPZ.
Some moral victories there for AS in the back. They steal away that red buff. Pick up a kill here. Oh, nope. Back to base safe and sound.
Says later.
Yep. He, definitely a last second piece of that scene. Look at AB. What is happening here?
Yeah, he steals away the camp. PP still wanting to drive play for this. He should be able to get to safety. We'll have ourselves our Drake down toward the bot side of the map at 60, but an epic up into the top lane now at 8 minutes. 4,000 gold lead for AS. See him keep up this pressure.
Yeah, it's weird because you call like top lane the DS and the Darkslayer lane for the Darkslayer, so you expect it to be just kind of a lost cause for the majority of the game until a whole team comes up there to deal with it. But I actually think we could see some of these just like two-man Darkslayer attempts that are kind of hard to pull off because the rest of your team needs to really hold on while you take it.
Well, it's a contest here for the blue buff. It is going to go on over to AS, so a successful invade. 20 seconds onto the Drake. 4 pressing forward. Ab is nearby too. They could go for this jump. Over the wall they go. Saber. Sober. Just 2 in CC. 4 are going to go ahead and get that shield back up. Maybe a little too far underneath the tower. There's going to be a shockwave coming through the middle of the wave. 3 seconds. Now Drake is back on. AS have inside positioning.
Yeah, I mean, AS are just killing it at this point, but it's slow and steady, and I like that. That just shows basically the only improvement that they could have made over their Game 1 win is just don't get crazy about pushing forward and looking for advantage. Look at AB. He doesn't need to go in any further. He settles for the steal and is able to get back out again. Can he fight PP? Probably. Does he? No. I love it, and he's making such a good decision to do.
Laren almost taken down there, but that is going to be that mid-lane tower, so this just allows for so much pressure to come out, and if they can go for this fight, maybe they can get more. Instead, they have to back off. 6,000 gold lead.
Yep, I mean, the gold lead says that going for this means that it's probably going to be in their favor, but it's not a guarantee. And if there is an overextension, this is what it might look like. So we're getting ready, and I don't think that going in immediately after is going to be a good idea for QPZ, so I think they're just going to let them take it.
There we go, QPZ, they let that one go. Thunder and lightning, very, very frightening as AS secure the buff, now 5,000 ahead. At 10 minutes, we also have another Drake spawning.
Yeah, it's coming up not too long. I mean, it is up right now, but it's more about getting into position for it. And I actually think that AS might just be in that perfect position.
4 players down toward the bot side for QPZ, though. And AS, all right, starting to show a little bit of a hint that maybe, we don't want to get too crazy.
I mean,
thinking it.
You say that, and I'm just like, well, what stopped them before? Well, nothing. So
nothing.
They're actually going to go for the one-man Drake take behind us, while the rest of the team is fronting, putting on that pressure, and actually doing a lot of great poke damage, so that after taking down that Abyssal Drake, they can actually just walk into lane and keep the push alive.
Younglo on the other side here. Just trying to creep towards QPZ. Goes back in the lane, says, all right, I'll take this farm, and we keep on pushing.
Yep.
QQ also getting the magical hat, so this ult now is going to do some ton of damage.
They pinch 4 against the wall. Ooh. He's going to return with a retaliate, jumping right on in.
Oh god, it's caught out.
Yeah, 4 barely able to escape with his life.
Another tower going in favor of AS. 6th one of the game. It's now only the base towers that God almost going down.
This is so close. This is so clutch. Any death here would just be such disaster.
Oh, AB? AB?
Hello?
A little too far forward. Top lane, though. It's going to go down very fast.
That's totally worth it. It feels bad to lose a team member, but if your death forces an overextension on their part, you can wait for their own retreat. As long as you get an objective.
I want to highlight, though, for AS, how much of a gold lead they've amassed with only getting 1 extra kill. This is all objective taking.
This is the opposite of the last game, by the way.
Very opposite. So last time they had all the kills in their favor, but they couldn't get a gold lead. This time around, they're like, all right, we don't need kills. We just need objectives. Thank you, coach. We'll do better this time.
Slow and steady, very well played there, and I mean you really got to hand it to AS being able to play multiple different styles. Even if we were playing a format where you can't, play heroes that you've won with before, I think they'd actually still be probably okay with that if they continue to mix it up and find success.
Oh, there we go. God, he gets out there. Very slippery. This is, oh wow.
Oh my goodness, what?
So I was gonna say, you know, Tangti with the umbrella is able to actually cancel out any projectiles nearby. But if the projectiles just keep coming, then the damage
can't
still
out so many.
You can only stop like, you know, what, 10%.
Very low. Ooh. He's taking such a barrage of damage, and he will go down in the end. It's one untimely demise after another. Minion wave pushes in, and the towers drop down lower and lower. This is a very exposed core.
Now on top of that too, top lane's also pushing on in. They're going to wait for this mid lane push to come back as well. So this should allow AS to maybe walk in and take all the towers. We'll see whether or not, though, that's able to happen. They're able to take that down super flow. That's going to be the call here from 4. Wants to jump on in onto 4 members, able to keep them occupied. Turret shot's going to come on through. Shock blast not going to land onto Younglo. Able to get to safety, and the tower will stand.
Oh my goodness, this is so clutch. This is so tense. They've lost literally everything else out there on the map.
AS has a 10,000 gold lead. They have literally 30% of the gold that QPZ have at the moment as a gold lead.
And almost none of it is from kills. That's what's really impressing me. Is
now I just want them to end the game.
Okay, well, you know, easier said than done, mein Freund. I think there's definitely some room to move towards that, but honestly, I think you just keep playing this, you know, keeping it 300, you know, calm, cool, and collected, those Roman numerals. You really do not want to get out there and overextend to throw the game away.
Another shockwave coming out to clear out the minions down in bot lane. Looks like AS looking to do a split push here onto all lanes at once. See what they can go for, as God has to jump away there. Just trying to pretend to be someone else.
I think, yeah. I think you'd rather focus one lane at a time, given the turret is so low, but you don't want to overextend. They have to know that as soon as they start putting pressure on, it's going to trigger QPZ.
Towers down.
Forced to go for the engage.
QPZ, they need to make a stand here because you're about to have waves coming from top lane and bot lane. So QPZ, what is the call? What are you going to try and do here? Are you going to let your base fall and you're just going to let AS continue on forward to possibly take home that other slot as Xi'an? Let's see what they do.
So close, and yet so far. They don't want to overextend, and they are not. Little by little, they've surmounted a 10,000 gold lead, and they will take the Nexus down for a second win in a row. Congratulations there to AS for another back-to-back victory.
So AS looking to make the climb back here toward the top. QPZ